Hey John, this is James over at Realty Candy. I just wanted to make a quick video and share it with you. Um, there's an interesting issue here because there's something on the site that's actually blocking IDX Broker Server from being able to create a wrapper. So they use something that's called curl, and basically uh, it looks like this encapsulated code is there's something there that's just it's keeping it from working. So typically what happens is we recommend to clients, if they're not hosting with us, we just say, reach out to your hosting company, let them fix it for you. The reason being is because this is a very complicated issue. There's tons of stuff that can break. There's all kinds of problems. Then later on, there can be issues. Just like you're saying, hey, now my backup buddy's not working. After you guys got in there, there's a problem where your plugins won't activate or deactivate, is what Jordan said. So that's a big problem, and that's beyond the scope of what we can do with the IDX thing. So what we're trying to do is just see, is there something really quick that we can flick a switch or something, turn something off, and then all of a sudden the IDX pages are going to work. If we can do that, we'll do that. The problem is that um, if we don't host your website, we don't have FTP access to your website. And I know you offered a cPanel, but we just don't want the responsibility, to be honest with you, or the liability of going in there and then later, if there's an issue, um, that we're kind of on the hook for it. So um, I'm going to send you an email, but basically, what I would recommend is a couple of things. One, contact your hosting company again and see if they'll do anything. Most of them just won't work on it, and that's fair. The truth is that you have pretty inexpensive hosting, and they probably just don't make enough money to justify them going in and trying to problem solve that. We do hosting for people. It is much more expensive than what you're going to get at HostGator. HostGator charges whatever they charge, $5-10 a month for a website, but they're not gonna manage the site. They're not gonna fix it. They're not gonna troubleshoot it because it takes a lot of time and effort and server resources, and there's a whole big background issue that's in the background of it. So we charge $39 a month to host a website, and that's quite a bit more. But we do the updates. We provide a SSL certificate. We do daily backups, and if something like this happens, we go in there and we figure out what's going on and we fix it on our quarter. But basically, because somebody's paid us $39 a month, that's $400 or $500 a year. Um, we've made some money in there that we can use to provide support for people. So if we go in, if you want to hire us, I would recommend you find somebody else really to hire. I'd really reach out to your hosting company and just see who do they recommend, who do they work with. If we go in and work on a site that we don't host, our normal rate is $100 an hour to do stuff. And I would just think that for any basic thing here, you're looking at a couple hours because there's so many moving parts. If we have to go back and forth with emails with you, with your hosting company, it's kind of like if I'm a mechanic and your car is at another mechanic shop and I'm trying to get you and them to figure out how to fix your car through a phone call, or maybe you have a FaceTime meeting with me and I'm looking at the car through FaceTime and I'm trying to tell you what to move and what adjust this and do that. We don't have access to the server logs. We don't know what's throwing errors. We just we're kind of working blind on it, and it's just really complex. Typically, we charge $200 an hour to do that kind of stuff for people, just because of the complexity of it. It's just really difficult. You've been a great client of ours for a long time, and we'll charge you our normal rate. It's $100 an hour. Like I say, I would estimate that for us to go in and figure out what's going on, it could be something we can fix in 15 minutes. But more than likely, I would figure it would take us about 2 to 5 hours, and it could even be more. And if at some time you say, you know what, I'm tired of spending money on this, and we would still kind of expect to get paid even after 5 hours, we haven't found a solution to it. So, that's what it is. If you want us to host your site, we'd love to do that. We charge a $199 setup to move the site over and $39 a month. And at that point, we'll actually go in and fix your site for you because now we have it on our servers and we can go fix it. So, if you decide you want to move your site away from our hosting, you can also do that. We don't provide support to move away from us because moving away means going somewhere else. And again, we get in that issue like the car, how do we set you up on their system? And we don't, we have to learn that other hosting company's system and whatever. We just don't do that. We provide you with admin access to your website. You can plug in a plugin that'll migrate it. Your other hosting company can come get it. Or we actually will provide a zipped download file with all your files and your database backup. That's a little more complex, but you can haul everything out of there. But those are basically the two options I see. A, hire somebody to go in and fix it on your server, or B, move it to some other hosting company that's going to provide you the kind of support that you're looking for. So hope that helps out. Let me know. We'll talk to you later. Bye-bye.